If you're unsure whether to spend a lot on a wireless earbuds or you just want the best value, 30 bucks can get you. Worry not. Here are some of the best picks you could get this mid-2023, tested by Ken Certified, and let's get started. Selamat pagi, good morning everyone, Kenneth here and welcome back to finally my part 2 of under 30 earbuds recommendations. In this video, we're going to talk about more recently released earbuds for different use cases, but keep in mind, more recent earbuds means these are made to fit the $30 budget. Now, if you want something that punches way above what you pay, you can actually consider the heavily discounted older flagships, which will be in the part 1 video. That's why I made it first. I'll put it in the description for you to check out after this video, of course. And it contains all my all-time favorites. Well, our all-time favorites. So definitely check it out. It'll be worth your time. As always, I want you to know that these are my personal list, so feel free to add your favorites in the comments below. But most importantly, I have tested each and every earbuds here by myself and recommended them for months. So rest assured, no matter which one you pick, I'm sure it'll be good. And of course, I always give you my own honest opinion here. That's what we do in the channel. My full disclosure is down in the description below. You know the deal. All that aside, I hate to make you wait, so let's get started with the first recommendation here. We have the all-rounder Soundpeats Free 2 Classic. Now, this is still one of my go-to recommendation because in some regions, you can get it for really, and I mean really cheap. Let's take my country, Indonesia, for example. It's always sold at around 16 to 17 US dollars equivalent. And for a recently released earbuds, that is almost unbelievable. Sure, it's like $5 more expensive than the super popular Baseus WM01, but you're getting so much more sound quality, and on top of that, a crazy long battery life, up to 8 hours, and about 3 more charges in the case. That's practically unseen in this price range. Now, on top of that, we've got full control, so you can adjust volume on single tap, play pause on double, and track controls on hold. We've got nice build quality here, especially love the metal mesh touch on the speaker grill, but most importantly, it all comes together to the sound quality. The Free 2 Classic strikes a very good balance across the frequency. It's got the best sound staging in today's video, where vocals and instruments are spread a bit wider. The bass is punchy, vocals are nicely detailed, and it goes the loudest too. So no matter what genre you listen to, this really is one of the best sound you could get for the price, and as an all-rounder, it really is a no-brainer purchase. Definitely one you should consider no matter what. Okay, quick break. If this video has been useful to you, feel free to subscribe and help me support what I do by purchasing through the affiliate links in the description below. Just click through and buy anything you need, like really anything, and I'll get a small commission at no extra cost to you. So thank you so much for your support. I really cannot do it without you. Smash the thumbs up and let's continue to the second one, which is an alternative if you do some gaming, and this is the Haylou GT1 2022. To be honest, sound quality is not the strongest point here, because compared to the Free 2 Classic, the Haylou comes out slightly more electronic, and by that I mean vocals don't come out as natural. The sound staging isn't as wide. It's quite a difference, but don't get me wrong, this is an alright sounding earbuds for 20 bucks, but that's about it. Alright, now the strong point about the Haylou is it fills a gap where the Soundpeats lacked, and that is gaming mode. But not just any gaming mode, it's got one of the lowest latency possible in SBC AAC codec. You can check out my latency test in my full review here, but long story short, you can comfortably play even shooter games and won't feel too bothered by the latency. Now, one thing you need to pay attention here is to only use gaming mode when you're actually gaming, since turning it on for watching videos will only mess up with the timing, as the audio will actually come out earlier than the video, and that is possible. So I'll repeat it again, keep gaming mode off when watching videos. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, actually the name Haylou GT1 has been around for almost 4 years now, as long as the true wireless world itself, and the OG used to be a smash hit. So living up to the legendary Haylou GT1 legacy is not easy, but they did quite a good job here. Firstly, by adding small ear fin attachments, it helps to customize the fit to everyone's different ears. Then we've got good build quality, good battery life that is on par with the competition, which is 5 hours of playtime plus 3 more charges in the case. It's gonna be enough for most. Just if I have to nitpick, the Haylou still don't have volume controls on board, which could be the only thing it lacks compared to the others. Let's continue with the third one in the list, and at the same time give some love to all of you bass heads out there. Please welcome the Earfun Free Mini. And at around 30 bucks, we're actually maxing out the budget here. But in exchange, we've got another one of the best sounding earbuds, and the only one in the list that is IPX7 waterproof. But let's talk about that sound quality first. And compared to the Free 2 Classic, I can say that the Free Mini brings even better definition to vocals and instruments. But the main differentiating factor would be the significantly more bass presence. Now, because of that bassy tuning, the Free Mini has a tad bit narrower sound staging, but actually it's just characteristic of a V-shaped tuning in general. So add to that volume levels that is similar to the Soundpeats, they both hold the crown as the 2 best sounding earbuds in today's video. So sure, sound quality is now up to your preference, but water resistance is objectively better on the Earfun because you can sweat as much as you want in the gym, listen to music while taking a shower, or accidentally drop the earbuds into a pool and they will survive. Just remember, the case is not water resistant. One more good thing about the Earfun is the touch controls won't go crazy when in contact with water, which is very important. And speaking of touch controls, it's got full control scheme, including volume. That's good, save for one problem, that is when you trigger a control, either 1 or 2 or 3 taps, that side of the earbud you touch will quickly fade music out, beep once, and fade music back in. Just think of a scenario where you change volume a couple times, the music will fade in, fade out, fade in, fade out, and this happens only on one ear that you touch, which feels like I'm going half deaf. See if you can leave with that. I personally found it quite annoying. And well, there's one more problem here. Could be minor, could be major, depending on you. It's that you cannot use third-party ear tips on the Free Mini. There's really no more space for it in the case, not even for the SpinFit CP360 that is designed to be low profile and fits virtually every other true wireless earbuds. And why I even mention this is because the inbox ear tips are a bit too soft. Like, it doesn't grip the ear canal very well. You move a little bit more and it easily loosens up. And fortunately, the large size fixes this somewhat, but it's still not perfect. Now, touching a bit on build quality, the Earfun is actually one of the better ones here, and again I have to mention that it is fully waterproof, and then you get 5 hours of playback in the earbuds plus 3 more charges in the case. It's got plenty of good bass too. You get what you paid for here. Now, moving on, if you place your pick already at this point, please hear me out on this one, because on number 4, we've got one of the best value in this video, and this is the all-new Soundpeats Life. With ANC and transparency, complete controls, and good enough sound, it's got you covered. So first things first, build quality is up there with the best at 30 bucks. It is actually the only one in this video that has a pairing button and tells you the battery of the case every time you open and close the lid as it shines green, orange, or red. I love the textured plastic that feels a little bit more leather-like compared to the plasticky Free 2 Classic. But let's talk about the features now, starting from ANC and transparency. In short, these are surprisingly good for the price. So much so that first time I unboxed it, I thought it's like a 50 buck earbuds. And then when I got the time to compare it to my previous ANC recommendation, the Realme Buds Air 2 Neo, same 30 buck price, it gives a slight improvements in canceling out static noises such as fan noise, background environment, while also bringing slightly more natural and open feeling transparency mode, which Soundpeats has been killing it lately on their latest releases. But then we move on to the next big question. How does it sound? Well, firstly, you have to keep in mind that we've already spent a lot of our budget for the features, so naturally sound quality is not even going to be in the same ballpark as the Free 2 Classic or Earfun Free Mini. It's a much more generic V-shaped tuning with much less sound stage, which is still fine for pop or EDM songs, but not for those who demands more. But to give it an apples to apples comparison, I'd like to bring in the Realme Buds Air Neo again, which has a bassy tuning with rolled off treble, and I wasn't very fond of that. And here we have the Soundpeats, which fix exactly that, bringing the much needed treble boost on top of a bassy tuning. Problem is, while vocals and instruments are highlighted a bit more, the mid-range instead feels hollow now, which sometimes made me prefer the Realme that has more vocal body. But not only that, the Soundpeats Life only boosts the mid-bass instead of going deep into the sub-bass like the Realme does, so it's not a sure win for the Soundpeats either. One more thing that you should consider is, unlike the Realme, there is no app support on the Soundpeats. And while most of the things are already perfect, in the Realme you can set to only toggle between ANC and transparency, so you don't have to go through normal mode every single time, which is the case with the Soundpeats Life. So it's a small nitpick, but it's another reason why I consider the Life as more of an alternative to the Realme as opposed to a direct successor. Last but not least, at number 5, here we have a half-in-ear option that happens to be the only one with a different color. But basically, half-in-ears are perfect for office use, where you want to still be aware of your surroundings while doing anything else. To be honest, I personally would recommend the half-in-ears in the part 1 video, but if you are really on a tight budget, this Haylou GT6 is going to be your best bet below 20 bucks. We can't go further without talking about the sound quality, because let me tell you, the single most important thing to me in a half-in-ear is the bass, because of its open nature, it has to fight whatever noise around you. And if in a quiet place I feel like the bass is lacking already, then you can kiss goodbye using it out in the street. Now, as for the Haylou GT6 here, it has barely enough bass to get that passing mark, and to get that bass you actually have to adjust the fit, so the front side of the stem is touching your cheek. It's like this, not the left side like most others do. If you don't do this, you'll definitely complain, where is the bass? So you're welcome. Anyway, the sound you're getting out of these are the light to bass kind of tuning. So for example, you hear the actual bass guitar playing what note clearer without much distraction from the boomy or thumpy sub-bass rumbles. But exactly that, there is very little sub-bass punch or rumble. So it's actually a no-go if you listen to a lot of EDM, and I would give it a passing mark for pop and the likes. But to be fair, the mid to treble region is quite good. Vocals are nice and forward, instruments are detailed, the sound staging is actually pretty good too. But take into consideration that I'm doing these tests in a quiet room, and you'll see why it is at the borderline. I know that this is a recommendations video, so I still recommend it as a minimum, but please, if you can spend 10 or 20 more bucks, do check out my part 1 video, because those ones are much more capable. Heck, even if you could find the Feel CC2 or CC Nano for cheap, these are amazing as well. These actually sound much better. As far as build quality goes, it's okay. Actually a fresh design, not just your plain old AirPods replicas, although this clamshell design is quite finicky to open, the lid closes by itself very easily, and the matte finish is actually slippery, so I could imagine trying to open it and dropping this a lot, but I'm probably getting too harsh at this $20 product at this point, so just treat this as more information just to let you know, right? Finally, battery life at, again, 5 hours. In the earbuds, 3.5 more charges in the case is about on par with the others. It's just the controls that are usual Haylou, which means there is no volume control. But again, I'm nitpicking at this point, but everything else is pretty great. And there you have it. No bonuses this time around, but I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to use the affiliate links if you want to buy anything, because it really helps me out. And if you're going to ask me, where are the other brands? Well, I just haven't tried them yet, especially for QCY. I'll probably just buy every single one of them and make one video to rule it all. So let me know if you're interested in that, and make sure to subscribe so you'll be the first one to watch it. Okay, that's gonna be it from me today. I'll put the part 1 video right here for literally old but gold stuff. I love everything in that video, and also one more video here that you might want to check out. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I'm Kenneth. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.